This is the competition format and division. 100 Black Men of Madison African American History Challenge consists of two divisions of competition, the junior division and the senior division. The junior division includes teams of 2 students who have not yet entered the 9th grade, and the senior division comprises students who are in grades 9 through 12. 1 additional student per team, for a total of 3, is allowed to serve only as an alternate in case one of the competing students cannot participate due to unforeseen circumstances. Competition rules. Eligibility. The local competition of the African American History Challenge is open to students who have not participated in a national 100 Black Men of America African American History Academic Challenge in both the junior and senior divisions. Participation is defined as competing in a round at the national level, and students who attend the national competition as an alternative but did not compete are indeed still eligible to compete in future competitions at the local and regional levels. The engagement. 2 teams will compete head-to-head in the junior division as well as in the senior division. Each correct answer is worth 5 points. Questions may require multiple answers to earn points for a correct answer. The moderator, me, will read each question in full unless a team buzzes in before the question is completed. The first team to buzz in will be given the opportunity to answer the question. If a team buzzes in before the question is completely stated, I, the moderator, will stop reading the question and ask that team to provide an answer within 10 seconds. If the team's response is incorrect, the question will be read in full by the moderator and the other team will be given 10 seconds to answer. If the team buzzes in after the question is completed, they will have 10 seconds to consult with their fellow team member before the moderator requests an answer. If the moderator has questions regarding a team's response, the judges will determine if the response is correct, and the judges' decisions are indeed final. The team with the most points at the end of the round will compete in the next round. In this particular case, there is no next round. The team that wins this round moves on. So final championship round rules. The 10-second answer rule for each question will still apply. The judges' rulings are still final, and the team with the most points at the end of the round, which is this round, will be declared the winner. If the score is tied at the end of the round, a tiebreaker question will be asked, and the first team to answer the question correctly will be declared the winner. Awards. Local competition. The local first place team in each division will represent their school district at the regional competition. So whoever wins this round right here will be moving on to compete in the regional competition. The regional competition will take place on March 14th, 2026 at the Doyle Administration Building at 10:30 a.m. Schools that will be involved in the regional competition: Madison Metropolitan School District, the Middleton Cross Plains School District, the Verona Area School District, and the Sun Prairie Area School District. Do both of you understand the rules? Audience, do you understand the rules? Or coaches, rather, do you understand the rules? Coaches, do you understand the rules? Okay, thank you. Are we ready to get underway? Are you taking a position there or no? Oh, okay. All right. Would you like a chair? Okay, La Follette is over here, and West is over here. La Follette, are you ready to
Yes.
compete? West, are you ready to compete? Okay,
Yeah.
then,
Oh.
Mr. Scorekeeper and Judge, are you ready?
Yes.
Okay. All right, then here is your students. Good luck to both of you. Good luck to both teams.
Yes.
I think what I'm going to also have you do is introduce yourselves. So by toss of the coin, you can go first. Introduce
Just
yourself.
my name?
Just your name? Yeah, your name and your grade, please.
My name Connor, and I'm in ninth grade.
My name is Jelena, and I'm in 9th grade,
And what school do you go to?
West High School.
Okay.
Per August Svensson, 11th grade.
Okay.
My name is Lillian Maidemalt, and I'm a senior, 12th grade.
Okay. The
I think you got a
got a fan club.
fan club.
And we've tested the buzzers, right?
Yes.
All right, then we're ready to go. La Follette, West, here's your first question. Ratified in 1870, what did the 15th Amendment do?
It ensured that African Americans had citizenship, natural citizenship, if they were born within the United States.
No.
Naturalized citizenship.
Could you repeat your answer, please?
They were given naturalized citizenship in which they could be given citizenship and like born there. They were then thus given citizenship.
No.
No?
I'm afraid that answer is incorrect. So, West, you have an opportunity to go for it without, you won't be penalized. The question is, ratified in 1870, what did the 15th Amendment do?
You can say yes or pass.
Pass.
Okay. Should I read the answer? The answers we were looking for, it's a multi-part answer. The ratified in 1870, the 15th Amendment prohibits the denial of a citizen to vote based on race, and it granted the right to vote to any adult black male.
Because women could not vote during that time.
Right, because you must say black, African American, and you must say male because women did not win the right to vote at large until 1920. All right, no points awarded there. Your buzzers have been reset. Here's question number 2. What Supreme Court decision were the Freedom Riders testing when they would ride buses in the Deep South in protest? West.
Yeah.
Time.
I'm sorry, you did not answer in the prescribed amount of time. The question again for La Follette. Oh, I've got one, but I'll take it in case this one doesn't work. Thank you. The question for La Follette. What Supreme Court decision were the Freedom Riders testing when they would ride buses in the Deep South in protest?
Now you know.
I want to guess the Dred Scott case.
Final answer?
Yes.
That answer is incorrect. The answer we were looking for was Bonton versus Virginia, which desegregated transportation on interstate highways.
All right, Walker.
Okay, buzzers are reset. Question number 3. By denying the Little Rock Nine access to Little Rock High School, what court case was Arkansas Governor Orville Faubus in violation of? What court case was the Arkansas governor in violation of?
Little Rock 9. The Little Rock.
Anyone?
Time.
We were looking for, by denying the Little Rock 9 access to Little Rock High School, the Arkansas governor was in violation of the Supreme Court's decision, Brown v. Board of Education. Here's your question. Passed in 1871, what was the Third Force Act? Passed in 1871, what was the Third Force Act? Third Force Act.
Time.
Passed in 1871, what was the Third Force Act? The Third Force Act authorized President Grant to declare martial law, impose heavy penalties against terrorist organizations, and to use military force against the Ku Klux Klan. We're going into question number 5. It is anybody's race. Are we nervous?
No.
Okay, we're relaxed
Yeah.
and we're having fun, right?
Yes.
Okay. Here's question number 5. It's a multi-part question.
Okay.
Multi-part answer, rather. The question is, what was the Tuskegee syphilis study? Who? La Follette. Go.
African Americans were promised to be cured from were given these vaccines, and thus were then given syphilis and were uncured and left and studied by the Tuskegee Department University.
I'm going to say that's correct.
It is correct.
Okay. Good work. Does anybody need to hear any more of the answer the way I have it in front of me?
I don't think.
I do.
Okay. What was the Tuskegee syphilis study? The Tuskegee syphilis study was an example of scientific racism where the United States Public Health Service infected black men with syphilis, which is what you said, to observe the natural progress of untreated syphilis over time. However, the Public Health Service did not inform the black men of this, which is what you said, instead saying they were simply receiving free health care from the government. That was our two-part answer, and you covered it all in one part.
They were getting treatment. They were sitting.
Yep.
There you go.
Okay, so question number 6. What was the stated purpose of the Black Panther Party?
Time.
The answer we were looking for, what was the stated purpose of the Black Panther Party? The Black Panther Party's stated purpose was to protect black American neighborhoods from police brutality. Here's your next question. Who proposed the concept of freedom schools during the Freedom Summer movement in Mississippi? Who proposed the concept of freedom schools during the Freedom Summer movement in Mississippi? Who? You will not be penalized for a wrong answer.
Time.
The answer we were looking for, Charles Cobb. Three questions remain. Here is your next question. It is still anybody's contest. Name one of the reasons as to why the Holy Bible selected for the use of Negro slaves, 1808, published by Law and Gilbert in London, was allowed to be read to slaves. Name one of the reasons as to why the Holy Bible was allowed to be read to slaves.
To promote the idea that slaves were happy and could just be subservient to white masters.
Do you want to rephrase your question? You want to rephrase your answer?
Like to promote submission to slaves as like, oh, here's this verse in the Bible saying like, oh, you can be subservient and you can live happily, and that's what they wanted to promote and put into the minds of the slaves.
Judge?
Yes. Yes.
That answer is correct. The correct answer, as I have written, could have been one of either of these.
He chose that latter one.
Yeah, this particular Bible omitted all entries that expressed themes of freedom, and two, this particular version of the Bible stressed obedience, submission, and acceptance, which is the part that you put out. Here's your next question. It is still anybody's contest. What was the first nationwide strike to occur in the United States? What was the first nationwide strike to occur in the United States? And when I say strike, I mean labor strike, a stoppage of work.
Time. As of now, the score is 10-0. La Follette.
The answer we were looking for was the Great Railroad Strike of 1877, and it occurred during the Great Depression of 1973, which ended up lasting 6 years. So, with a final score of, what was the final score? I'm sorry.
Score right now is 10, La Follette. West, 0.
There are not enough questions for West to catch them.
Would you like to just go through it anyway, though?
Okay, I'll go through the last question anyway. We've all got time, apparently. Huh? Okay.
So.
What famous book, published in 1860 and written by T.W. Holt, discusses the justification for enslavement, the fitness of Africans for enslavement, and justifications for why Africans are not equal to the white man and therefore have no political rights? What famous book, published in 1860, describes those things?
Time.
The answer we were looking for, The Right of American Slavery. That brings the competition to a close. Your winners with the score of 10, La Follette. Congratulations.
Shake hands. Guys, get up.
Step in front and shake
Get
hands,
up,
please.
and shake hands.
How about a big hand for both of our schools?
Go in the front. Go in the